Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 3 of the CROWNFALL SMP. And today, if you didn't see the end of last episode, I was struggling to beat a raid and my armor broke and everything. It was a nightmare, you know, it was horrible. But today, armoring time. You know, just get the best armor possible and smash it out. Because it's an absolute nightmare. I'm dying constantly. If you look at my kill, at the beginning of last episode, I was at 5 deaths. Now I'm at 24 because my armor is that bad. Look at me now. I'm wearing a helmet and boots. So now I've actually upgraded my armor to I can't say it. Tertium. I can't say that word. Tertium. See if I'm right in the comments. But I'm going to be honest. It's looking good. I've started. If you look at the armor. We have a look at the armor. It goes Imperium. I said it. And then it goes to Tertium. Then I'm going to go to Imperium armor. And then I want to go to Supreme armor. I want to get to that minimum in this episode. We're going to smash it out. Once I've got to this armor, I'm going to work my butt off to help the other two to get to this armor so we can smash it out. But then I've got to, you can't actually, surprisingly, you can't, I've tried it. I think I've either done it wrong as me. But you can't actually use armor that is like enchanted or it was like broke.
Okay, Editor Ollie here, and yeah, that's a load of crap. You can actually do it. I was just being a wally at the time, so you can actually do it. I was just being stupid, so yeah.
Let's keep doing this. I'm going to get to Imperium armor, and I'll be back with you in just 1 minute. Okay, there we go. We got the Imperium armor. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. I'm actually thinking, because I'm feeling selfish right now, getting all this, I'm going to make 2 chests for the exact order of what they need to do to upgrade all their armor up to the standard of Imperium. So let me go do all that. You know what? We're going to do the first time lapse of the episode so I can quickly do it. Alright? Let's jump into it. Okay, everyone, there we go. We have just done it. Hopefully, at least they'll be happy with that. You know, I've got them all up to Imperium. My next goal is getting to Supremium. But first of all, I've actually got to do something. I have got to enchant it because I actually can't use it at the moment. I can't remember. So there we go. We are gonna go and get some mana regen. Gonna get mending, protection 4, all the stuff for this, and I'll be back with fully enchanted Imperium armor. Put some enchantments on my armor. I think it's pretty good, to be fair. I do need Featherfall and like Aqua Infinity and Respiration, stuff like that. And I'll put the mana regen as well, so it just makes it so when you're using that, it regens the mana in the bottom corner fast. The more you have, hopefully they'll like it when I get on. I'm thinking, if I go into my inventory, we've got a totem of undying. I was thinking, using the knowledge, I found a pillager outpost out in the wilds of the game. If I go onto my map, I can actually find it somewhere. Get all the material. That's it right there. You know, so it's quite a distance from the base. We get it done. Oh my god, we're gonna have totems for days. I mean it. Wait, what's just happened? The villagers have died. Everything turned to zombies. It's not the end of the world. We've got a whole quite a lot, haven't we? Quite a lot. So it'll be perfectly fine. We'll get that refixed at some point. By the way, I'm looking dapper. I look hiding in a tree. Isn't that just being like, crap, you're not gonna see me. I'm colorblind, but I'm like slightly darker. But yeah, it's like I could hide in the trees and you won't be able to see me. If I got a fully blue skin, you're not seeing me. You're not seeing me. But yeah, so that's the goal. So we've already done that this episode. Get the full Imperium armor. When do you reckon I'll get to 100 deaths? You know, I don't know. But it's quite funny how Frog, he's been killed 16 times by Mango. It's quite funny that, to be fair. But yeah, I'm just thinking now. So we'll get all the resources for the pillager farm, and we'll get back to you. Hey everybody, welcome back, and I have just got all the resources for Raid Farm, and here are all the resources. You know, it did take me a little bit, it wasn't too long, it was alright, but yeah, let's get into like a time lapse, and let's go. Okay, there we go. Done the raid farm, and to be fair, it's very, very good. As you can see in one of my backpacks, I have quite a few. Actually, I think I have more in this one. Yeah, I have lots of drops, and it looks very, very good. But to be fair, it's very simple. You just go to a pillager outpost, get yourself the raid thing, you know, in the top left corner that you can start a raid. Come here. You start a raid with this guy because this is like technically a village. Before you get to the top, you got to make sure you get into this bubble column before the raid starts, before that whole bar finishes. Once you get to the top, the raid will start. That whole place up there will get filled with every stage of the raid. It's a weird mechanic where if it's certain conditions, all the raids get pushed into each other, and every single level of raid will be there. Then you flick this lever to flush them all down this tube, and then you kill them. It's really simple. But yeah, that's it. It's done pretty alright, to be fair. I've only done it for like, I think I did it once or twice. I got 34 levels, which is amazing. But I've had a couple problems with me dying because my sword's not good enough, with like sharpness and stuff like that. But we will go do that now. But the other two have done some stuff on the base, and we'll go have a look at that now. So, see you in a minute. Okay, because they're not on right now, I was thinking, as you can see in my left-hand corner, I've upgraded my sword to Supremium. And I was thinking, if we can do all of my armour, which is not going to be difficult, to be fair, all of that Supremium, get the best tools as well, the diamond pickaxe, the axe, the shovel, all of them to Supremium in this episode, and that'll be a great achievement as well as doing all that farms. So let's get into it. Okay, as I'm doing this now, I decided to make the master infusion crystal. Basically, it's an unlimited version of this infusion crystal. So now, when you make the infusion crystal, you can only use this 1,000 times. This unlimited, so I can save on resources. So I think it's a good investment for the future. But yeah, it's a long-winded process. So I'm just going to do these stop starts. So yeah. Okay, we're halfway through. We've got 8 gemstones. Now we need to make the other 8. The prosperity ingots with the supreme ingots to make the full set of armor. So let's go get the ingots, the supreme ingots. I'll be back with you. Boom! There we go. We've completed it all and are ready to improve the armor to supreme armor. So let's do it. And there we go, completed. And that was the 2 objectives I set myself out for the beginning of the episode, and they've been accomplished. And to be fair, it was very difficult, but definitely worth it, because now it's very hard for me to die, especially having one of the best armors in the server and having loads of totems of undying. So to die, I think for a long time my death count will be 43 for a long time, which is a very good thing, because everyone else, especially like Yeet and stuff like that, you know what I mean, with like 5 compared to my 43 is embarrassing. But oh well. Oh great. Oh, that is actually terrible, isn't it? That is terrible. But anyway, I did say I was going to go and see what they've been doing. Okay, we're back, and Martello is here, and he's going to show us what he's been doing. What have you been doing?
So, first, I made this really efficient XP farm. It gets you to level 90 in like a minute flat. I've also given us... I'm just going to stop this real quick. I've given us more librarian villages, so we're almost fully maxed out. There's only 3 more enchantments that we don't have.
Okay.
I've cured like food villages and the 1 armorsmith we have.
Nice.
I have discovered some information that Ipo the tick.
Yeah.
He is completely rich. He's got all these gems, all these ancient tomes, which we need. So I've arranged a trade deal with him, so we can get those, and it's going to be great. What else have I done? I got this waystone from Job.
Yeah.
It was nice seeing him, because I hadn't actually seen him on. And I started preparing. So if you go on top of the really fast XP farm,
yeah,
there's this.
Ooh.
This is an infusion table, but I've also got the stuff for an awakening altar, so we can like switch between them. So the infusion is how I got the essence, like seeds, and then I'll switch to awakening, and this is how we get awakened Superium, which is the best in the game. And then over here, if you look at the farm, I've replaced like half of it with seeds for like elemental essences instead of Inferium essence.
Oh yeah. I see.
And that's also useful in the awakening process.
Yeah.
And I've also figured out that there are these things called attunements, which go on your armor.
Okay.
And you get them it's like an infusion process. Some of them are like really cheap, but Strength 3, for example, takes like loads of resources, which also requires the elemental essences. So that's what I've done.
Oh, fair enough. Seems like we're doing a lot of progress. And as we go over to the notice board, this is what we got to do now. And yeah, we've done the XP farm's not that important, because
it's basically just cranking it, like making copper plates and then putting some barrels and then just mining down and placing more storage under it. It's not that important.
Yeah. And then we've got the armorsmiths, which just make more villages, and then just stick some. What is it? The grindstones, is it?
Yeah, I mean, probably the most important one for now is working on getting lots of purple and maybe even some legendary armor drops from boss mob spawns and loot chests, because then we can get really good reforges, and reforges are probably even more important than gems at the moment.
So is that the boss mob farm?
Yeah, effectively. I don't know anything about it, but I don't know if it's like possible to farm it. I think it is. I might have seen one YouTube video recommended, but I haven't looked at it yet. So if we can get that, and we just salvage loads of purple and even like legendary like reforged armor that drops from mobs, then we can get loads of arcane sands and like, I can't remember what they're called, but like it's almost like a singularity.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can use these things to get like really good reforges on our stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, really cool. So,
So yeah.
what? I have no idea about this mob farm. Is there a certain thing? I don't know. Is it like,
You would have to you'd have to Google something like hypothesis, like boss mob farm or whatever. That's what I would Google anyway.
how do you make it so they don't spawn randomly?
Well, I think they do just spawn randomly, but it's about optimizing that. I think. I would just Google like hypothesis boss mob farm tutorial or something.
Okay.
That's what I would Google.
Oh yeah. Okay. We'll be back. We'll do a bit of research and we'll be back with you in a minute. So see you in a bit. Okay, well, I'm back and yeah, I did a bit of research. It doesn't work. It only works. I think anyway in the end. But I think what we've got to focus on now is I have quite a poor bow compared to some players in the server like Dark and Martello. So we're gonna upgrade it, which means we need a bit more of the power tomes. So we're gonna find a villager with a power tome, which they're always at the end. They're always at the end, just like this. So if we can find a power tome in one of the bottom of these villages, but they're not easy to get. Yeah, the only thing we've got is a power 5 villager. That's it. So what we got to do is I'm going to do a bit of enchanting. Get my bow up to power 10, I think it is. And maybe put my sharpness up to whatever maximum you can get to as well. So also, we need to go and do the Awakened Supremium armor. It's very simple. Well, it's not very simple. We've got to kill a wither to be able to get... We're going to kill 2 of them, I think, to get the full set of armor. So what we're going to do is go get some power tomes, which are somewhere around. And I'll be back with you when I've got a few and we can enchant stuff. So see you in a minute. Okay, we're back. I've just got the power tome villager. Let's go over here. I'll show you where it is. It is amazing. I've made sure he's safe because, yeah, I don't want to lose him. So he's right down here. Power tome, amazing. Gives you thorns as well. And also, when I was doing it, I actually got a sharpness one as well, which is really good. Which one did I put it on? Here it is. Here's the sharpness tome. So that'll get us all up to level 10 sharpness, which will be amazing for having fights and stuff. So that's great. I also have put many of these weaponsmith guys for emeralds, so we can get lots of emeralds, which is amazing. Also, I fixed the iron farm. It broke again, which is a bit annoying. But now I've made sure it's safe with the wooden fence around it. Which is great. And we're just figuring out how to do... I think Martello is doing like the augments and stuff, aren't you?
Well, maybe.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're just trying to figure stuff out. But I think we're going to end it here. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.